be making some chicken and dressing. I'm going to start by chopping some 3 stalks of celery. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're not going to use the vegetables that's in your pot. It is for your stock. I'm just giving it a rough chop to fit in there, leaves and all. I've got 4 carrots. Let's do 3 carrots. Again, just a rough chop. Throw them in the pot. Small, medium onion. And you can use a whole chicken, but I had some frozen chicken leg quarters. I'm going to use 4 of those instead of a whole chicken. For one, it's more cost efficient. You can get a 10-pound bag of leg quarters for like $6 to $9 depending on where you live. And one whole chicken is $9 by itself, and it only runs 4 to 5 pounds, and it's one use. Just going to quarter the onion. I'm going to drop in 2 bay leaves and the lid. Some chicken seasoning. If I can get it open. And again, you want this seasoned well because this is going to become your stock that you put into your gravy you make for your chicken and the stock you put into your dressing. Some poultry. And about that many peppercorns. And 2 packs of chicken bouillon. I've got it in packs here. You can use bouillon cubes. You can use the jars. I had this in the cabinet, so therefore that's what's getting used. Let me grab the chicken and water. I got my 4 leg quarters here. Skin and all is going in. Even the hunk of fat, just because it's going to make a better broth. We're going to fill her with water. This is a 6-quart pot. Put it on high until it starts boiling. We're going to boil it until the chicken is done and falling off the bone and the vegetables are tender. Then we'll take it out. We'll strain the broth through a strainer, shred the chicken, and continue on there from there. I'll be back when it's done. Hello, I'm back. I am going to pull the chicken and let it cool off and strain these veggies out of I'm going to lay it on top of my cornbread over here. Might try to lay it in this lid. Yeah, there we go. It's got to cool before I can shred it. if I can strain this without burning myself. This will be the stock we use for to make gravy and to put into the dressing for the moisture. If you wanted to, you could take these veggies and blend them up and add them into your stock. I'm not going to do that. I think they've served their purpose. But I'm going to get this stock back into this pan to keep it warm while the chicken cools. That hurt. It just went all over my foot. Ow. So if I look too much, this chicken in here and let it cool. Get the lid back on there. I'm going to turn that back on low, get this cleaned up, and go check my foot where I just burnt it with that hot liquid. Okay, I've got the chicken shredded, deboned, and deskinned. Here's my scraps. I'm going to go ahead and throw those away. I'm going to find a pan where I can do some gravy. Before I start the gravy process, I do have a bowl that I've baked a cast iron skillet of cornbread in. I did saute some whole onion and 3 stalks of celery and a stick of butter. Butter and all is going into the cornbread. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I've got the skillet out. Let me set that to the side. Start with a stick of butter. I'll let that melt down. Ladle. There we go. I'm going to make enough gravy to go in the chicken that I put in the casserole and on top once it's done. That was a half cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to brown it off to get some of that flourness out, that starchy broth taste. And also brown the butter a little too by cooking it. Plus, I want to add a little color to it too. I know the broth has some color, but I want it to have a little more color. So we're getting a little bit of a golden color. Starting to smell a little, so it's time to start adding liquid. little salt and pepper. Salt. And the chicken broth had enough flavor in it from the chicken and the veggies to give it flavor. It just needed a little extra salt base. There we go. Chicken gravy. Now, let me get the cornbread ready to mix up and we'll assemble. Okay, we're back. The recipe says cream of onion, can of cream of chicken. I couldn't find cream of onion, so we're doing 2 cans of cream of chicken. And I've already got a whole onion sauteed and 3 celery stalks sauteed in butter in here. Let's do pepper. Some salt. Some poultry. Let's get some of this broth in here. And then once I cool it down a little bit, I'll put some eggs in it to thicken it up. I'll put it in. I'm going to taste it for spices before I put eggs in it too. Extra broth. I did take some of that gravy and put it into my chicken. Just get a handy dandy disposable pan and lid. Spray it. 2 ways. You can add hunks of bread to this if you want to give it a different texture. This is how it looks. This is just a 9x13 disposable pan. A layer of dressing on the bottom. Chicken in the middle. Excuse me. Bless me. Spread that out. We're going to do a layer of dressing on top. Ooh, made a mess. I have to put this on a pan for support. Alright. I just ate raw. Oh no, too late now. Give me just a second, let me get a pan. Okay, I got a pan to set it on and another 9x13. I'm going to cover it. Spray it where it don't stick to the top. I've got the oven preheated to 375. It's going to go over into this other 9x13 to make the heat distribute right, sitting on a pan, and it's going to bake for about an hour, hour and a half. I'll be back when it's done.